Alright, so today we're going to talk about the laws of supply. So the law of supply can be defined as quantities of goods sellers are willing to offer at a series of prices. So it's important to remember that it's a relationship. Supply itself is a relationship between quantities offered at certain prices, and the supply itself is the relationship, but quantity supplied is an actual number. And that's going to be important as we look further. So the relationship goes as price goes up, quantities supplied goes up as well. And if vice versa, if price goes down, then quantities supplied goes down as well. This is the distinction between the two. So your quantity supplied is a definite number for the price that's being offered. And to see that, you're going to see it in both supply schedules and supply curves when dealing with supply. And the schedules are tables that show the quantities at each price. And the graph shows the curve is a graph that shows essentially the same thing, but I think it shows the relationship a little bit better. At least in my mind, it shows it a little bit better. So here we have the supply schedule example, where on this left side we see the price going up, and on the right side we see the units going up per, what's being offered per unit. And I think that does show it, but I think when we look at the supply curve example, and I'm sorry they don't exactly correlate, I had to find it from Google Images, but I think this in itself shows the relationship better because you can actually see the curve move along as the price goes up. So it just shows as price increases, then quantity supplied increases here, because it's some things that will affect supply. So the cost of production, so all of your inputs of production, your labor, equipment, land, these are all factors of production that can decrease or increase profit margin. So if it goes up, then you will probably produce less of the product because you have a lower profit margin. The more you produce, the more you're spending to produce it. Obviously, that's not going to be very good for your company. If it goes down, you're more likely to produce more of whatever product because it's obviously not costing you as much to make it. Another thing that will affect it is the price of other products of a company may produce. So if your company produces cheese and milk, say you make more money producing cheese, obviously if your company is going to make more money, they're probably going to produce more cheese than they will milk. But that's just kind of a company decision that they're usually geared towards money. So the other thing that makes a difference is aggregate supply changes. So if there's more suppliers because the price is low or whatever the price point it's at, your aggregate supply, which is like the total supplied quantities, is going to go up. If there's more people putting numbers in, then you're going to have more quantities.